Okay, so this is a Google review for Whole Foods Market. This store sucks. From Alan Whaler. Nice, sterile atmosphere. Hypnotically Caucasian. The chocolate milk is strikingly overpriced and at the same time very easy to steal. Another of God's little tests. I like to imagine this guy is like LARPing as Patrick Bateman. Whatever that Wonder Bread fetish guy has. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm building with those. What does they wear a giant plastic bag so it's impossible for disease to spread? Shut up! One drug bending devices could prove useful during a zombie apocalypse. What? Caramel the rabbit impersonating thank you! Sigma's indicating our dollars. Can we see Alan's other 41 reviews? I wish we could. I really wish we could. Cause I imagine they've all gotta be batshit crazy. Sloppy McFloppy. Oh, my internet's dead. Oh, my internet's fucking dead. That's okay, my eyes hurt anyways. I need to rub them. Ow, 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 ow. We're back? Okay. Here we go. So. Yeah, I do want to see his other reviews. Genesis Angler 137. Every time I watch a Pippa stream, Pippa manages to somehow take away a part of my sanity and faith in humanity. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? It's not me doing it, it's Alan Whaler! A little bit zoomed out. So this is posted by Anime Thighs on Instagram. You get on the train and this girl is doing this right next to you. What do? Keith Broccoli comes in, pull her down, rip open her pantyhose by the ass and the vagina, and fucking pull my dick out real quick and duck her real hard and CM in her vagina and take her home and ask her to marry me. And this is posted by a 12-year-old. Very classy, Keith. Very classy. Thank you, Keith. I'm gonna blame TikTok for this. I don't know whose fault this really is, but I'm just gonna blame TikTok. Robbie, thank you for the $2 ISP. Upset, you're king shaming them. Tutorial, thank you for $5. Germ theory is a lie. I eat raw ground beef all the time and never got sick once. I don't believe you. Bungo Bingo Tango Mango, thank you for the $2. Pippa, oh please, Pippa's ISP, take away the pain, end this. What 12-year-old is named Keith? That one? Okay. And now we get to the let it portion of the stream. From r/off my chest. So my son, 15 male, found out that me, 43 female, and my husband, 45 male, are into cuckolding. I sleep with other men as my husband watches. 6 months after finding out, he still refuses to speak to us, and his utter disgust when he looks at me. I assume he googled what cuckolding is killing me. Something from dollars on topic of consensual necrophilia. Oh boy. You should look up Armin Mewis on the Rottenberg cannibal. He killed and ate a guy with consent. I've heard about that. I've heard about that. Goes away, thing with $5. This is the only streamer I actually wish internet could die so we could be relieved from this cursed content. Apple Gamma, thank you, more concerned about the 50% on the poll. Okay. He found out because I got careless. I'm not very tech savvy and stupidly asked him to fix something on my computer. And he found some pictures and at first he did not say anything. He just got very quiet. Still did his homework, never late for school or acted out in any way. But then, after being given the silent treatment for almost a month, I sat him down and asked him what was wrong, and he exploded at me, calling me every name in the book. If dad is not good enough, then divorce him, he yelled at me. His father tried to talk to him, but he just keeps telling him to divorce me. He has never acted out like this before and is a good kid, and we obviously have stopped since he found out. One of the men involved he knows, and he has been like an uncle to him. I had to inform him that he found out what has been happening. My son now hates him as well, and it's caused him so much harm. See, this part specifically, I feel kind of like weird about, right? Like, on one hand... Okay, let me just say, okay. It feels weird to me to bring a sexual partner around your child and to let that person develop, like, a relationship with your child, especially, like them becoming, like, uncle and nephew, right? Like, I don't know, like, what exactly about that makes me feel weird, because I know, like, if it was a single parent, right, and they're bringing, like, a boyfriend around, like, that doesn't feel weird. Maybe in my brain, that person is just becoming, like, a sex object or something for the person, like, or, like, a sexual accessory. I don't know. I can't articulate what it is that makes me feel weird about that, but it just feels weird. It just feels weird. He is always quiet now and refuses to have dinner with us. My husband said either eat with us or go hungry, but then he just went to his room without dinner and refused to eat altogether, and my husband and I backtracked after he only ate at school for a week and let him alone eventually. Maybe he needs to talk to somebody, but he hardly has said more than maybe 4 sentences to us these last months. He is way more angry at me than his father. At least he responds to his father. Me, he is ignoring completely. We tried putting the hammer down and even stupidly followed the advice of another couple we know who just said to just tell him it's none of his business, and we did that. And that only pushed him farther away from us and only made things even worse, and he completely shut down. He has zero respect for me and keeps telling his father that I'm a bad person who enjoys humiliating him and that he should divorce me. I feel so horrible and my son hates me. I have such a whirlwind of emotions with this. I'm gonna make another poll. I'm gonna ask you guys if you agree with the son or not. Do you agree with the son's response? Because on one hand, while I do feel like cuckoldry is pretty fucking weird, in my mind, if I imagine it like a different fetish, right? Like if these people were into like sex toys or something and the son found out about it, then it would be pretty strange for the son to react the way that he did. But I feel like part of it's gotta be like the uncle figure, right? Like I feel like a big percentage of this has to be like the fact that this person who he probably assumed was like a family friend is actually his mother's sex friend and is like humiliating his father. But then it's like humiliation for like a sexual thing. So like if the father wanted to be humiliated in other ways, would it still bother the son? I don't know. Ugly thing, this is why the next generation is leaning more conservative. Listen, buddy. If leaks have taught us anything, it's that this does not matter, right? Like politics, what political alignment you are does not matter. Everybody's in the freaky shit. Ruby and Asher thing, $2. He's gonna grow up to be a serial killer. Max Frack saying for $4. I feel like there's more to this. His dad might just be weak, and the kid knows, and he doesn't want his wife to leave him. Maybe. I don't know. Timothy Reaper, thank you. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Eve and Steve. Easy wildcard, thank you, BBB. If I've learned anything on the internet, it's that Reddit stories are 99% fake. True, but they're fun to read. Listen, one of the things with like fake stories on the internet and stuff they don't bother me as much as they used to. Right before, like, I'd read something and if it, like, I started thinking that it was fake, it would kind of just like ruin the entire thing for me, right? But now, the way I imagine it in my brain, and it makes the internet more fun to me, is I remember that sure, the shit that people write might be fake, but there's so much shit out there that people don't have the balls to write online, or if they did write it, it would feel fake, that it kind of like balances out the authenticity pool in the authenticity of the crazy pool in some way. Does that make sense? Like, most people aren't gonna tell their crazy fucked up stories. But they definitely happen. The absolutely bizarre shit absolutely happens. I'm sure you as well have stories that if you tried telling to people, they would not believe. They'd just be like, that's fake and gay. Fuck you. Alright, 89% agree with the sun. 11% no. Ryoji 𝐒𝐴𝐐𝐬𝐢𝐚𝐥, the $20. I think the son's response is to be expected, but he needs someone to talk to process it. He shouldn't have found out, but now he did. It's on the parents or someone to help him learn. People are into different things. I think that's fair. I think the parents' approach to this is pretty fucked up. Like, first of all, like, I won't fault them too much, right, for the son encountering it. Because, well, yeah, like, it was irresponsible. I feel like it's not, like, that uncommon of an experience, especially, like, at, like, 15, right? To accidentally stumble across, like, your father's porn magazines or whatever, you know? But them trying to, like... them taking, like, a more aggressive stance to it, them being like, oh, well, this is... you just have to understand, or... well, you're not allowed food if you don't talk to us. It's like, it's kind of... I don't know. That's a little different, but well, it is different. But it's like, it's in the same vein, right? Like, I won't fault them too much for that, right? Like, the child being exposed to something that they should not have been, I can understand is an accident, is what I'm saying. You can try and be like, oh, but Pippa, it's not the same because it's cuckoldry or whatever. No, my point is the kid encountered the parents' sexual stuff, okay? I'm sure there's lots of people here in the audience that have found their mother's vibrator or whatever, okay? So I'm saying that's at the root, that's what it is. And they should have talked with him. Almost like necrophilia. No. Okay, I'm gonna start a Q&A. Why do you think the son was at fault? So if you think the son was at fault, and if you want to make a burner account for this, go ahead. I made a Q&A. If you do think the son was at fault, I wanna hear your reason why. I want to hear your reason why. Don't just go in there and type I don't. You're spamming. You're spamming. Don't be an asshole. I want to hear the other side of the story here. Like, why somebody might view the son as being at fault. Because, like, 12% people. Stop! You motherfuckers! Anyone who posts in the Q&A and is like, he wasn't at fault. You're a fucking brain-dead idiot! You're a brain-dead idiot! You're not listening! You're not listening! Because it's the parent's sex life. It literally doesn't affect you. But, like, it was affecting him, right? Because, like, they were bringing in the other guy, and the other guy was, like, getting close with the son. Even though he's like a sex partner. He overreacted with the silence treatment and refusing to talk. I mean, he's 15. Like, I can see that, but like, he is 15. I don't know. He's probably hormonal. Doesn't know how to approach something like this. Not part of the 12%, but it could be viewed from a parental respect issue. Some might have viewed it as none of his business. think that makes sense. If you grow up in a household where your parents are just like, okay, well, it's none of your business, shut up, don't worry about it. You know, like, that's not your place. Like, one of those kinds of households. I think that could make sense. I think it's that he refuses to talk, which means that he could not ever understand. He is acting as his own enemy, forcing himself to never be able to understand. So I guess the question is, in that case, does... Or, no, I don't know how to word that. I'm better with typing this kind of thing. I said the kid's response was wrong because he was at fault, but because he was immature? Well, obviously he's a kid. His reaction's a bit much, or it's weird. I wouldn't be super comfortable with it, but it's sort of completely not your business. Oh, it's sort of not completely your business. Kind of something you have to ignore. He's wrong because he gave up on infinite blackmail potential! Oh my god, okay. I don't understand why the kid would hate his mom. It's the father's job to ensure his own happiness regardless of circumstances. Him putting the blame more or less on the mother is what really bothers me, especially if both parents consent to it. I mean, I can understand why he's reacting more heavily to the mother, right? Because with the mother, like, he saw her naked being railed by another man. So, like, the brunt of his emotions is going to be directed at her, right? Because she's the one that was on the screen. Didn't handle the situation well by shutting down and being completely silent and uncooperative for multiple months, which is just excessive. They should all have gone to family therapy immediately after. Yeah, I don't know why she listened to her friends for advice there. Like, that was fucking terrible advice. I think he's going a bit far by blaming his mom more than his dad. The parents are allowed to be adults. It's not really his business, even if their handling of the situation is subpar. If there was a hentai, he'd be invited to join them. Tags, incest, NPR. Okay, I'm closing the Q&A. I think the son doesn't understand that the mother is loyal to the father husband. This is just a kink. Him not opening up and not understanding why this is the way it is puts him at fault. I don't know. I still sit in the camp of the parents went about this horribly, which I think we can all agree on. I think we can all at least agree on that. Like, on one hand, I don't know. Like, on one hand, like, it is just their kink, and it's a funny one. But I think the thing that stops it from me being like, the parents have a defense. Like, the thing that stops the parents from having a defense, in my opinion, is them, like, bringing the other people into the house. I don't know. That's the key part here that doesn't stick right with me. Like, I feel like if you're gonna do that kind of thing, maybe go over to, like, somebody else's house, right? Or rent a fucking CD motel. I don't know. Just bringing that kind of thing into your own house feels weird to me. Dang, do you think $10? Here's the problem: once you have a kid, then your life isn't about you anymore. These parents screwed up from the get-go. 𝐶𝐶𝐶𝐶𝐶, think I'm big pee. Talk Lobber, think Laura had a classmate whose mom had an affair. Kid was bullied for it. That's unfortunate. Does Laura think $5? Kid was right. Ignore the parents until he's 18 and move out. He wasn't trying to start a fight. He's removing himself. The kid is going to be looking for better role models. Isaac Carter, thank you for the $10 stupid human problems. Monkey does not have this problem. Return to Monkey. Zalion, thank you for the 25 Mexicans. Kids was base. Parents were banned. Alright, next one. Cat girlfriend is out of control from r/relationship advice. So, throwaway account for obvious reasons, but a couple of months ago, I, male 24, met this really incredible girl, female 22, and we hit it off. We shared... Shut up! We shared a lot of common interests and spent pretty much every waking moment together. She had this really weird obsession with being a cat girl, but I thought it was kind of hot, so I didn't really care too much, even though it was pretty early into our relationship. We decided to move in together And it was pretty good for the first couple of weeks, but then things started getting weird. I'm not going to beat around the bush, and I need you to understand that I'm being 100% serious. She started pissing on the carpet when she's frustrated with me. She said it's part of her kinship or something, but when we have an argument, she'll just squat and piss somewhere in the apartment. I don't know what to do. I'm losing my mind and my entire apartment smells like urine. I do genuinely enjoy her company, but this is getting out of hand. I need help, please. Killed her when my girlfriend and I get into a fight, she pees on the floor. Timothy Reaper, thank you for the $5. The kid is more mad at her because she was hiding the sausage. Dad was not eating the taco. What the fuck? Okay. So poll time. Poll time. Break up. I want to know your opinion on this one. Is the piss fetish a bit too far, perhaps? I'm assuming this has got to be a fetish thing. I don't know if this falls into piss fetish or into like cat's play, but like it's gotta be something for her, right? Like it's. Why would you do this? Morgan Kane didn't think over the $10. The power move is to piss on him, not the floor. You can't fix that. Get a litter box and she's a keeper. We have litter boxes. They're called toilets. No, yeah, I don't think for those. Get her a litter box from the toilet. Zillion, think for the 65 Mexicans. If she wants to pretend being a cat, pretend to be a T-Rex, to take bites out of her. Also roar extremely loud first hour in the morning. One joke bending for $. Did he rub her nose in it to make her learn not to do that? That is smart. That is smart. I think maybe if he did that, she wouldn't do it again. Actually, I dare say if he rubbed her nose in it, right? She might look up at him in disgust and be like, what the fuck? Why would you do that to me? And he'll be like, well, you're the one who pissed on the floor. You're the one who wanted to be treated like an animal, so I treated you like an animal. Although, what do you do if she's into that? Cypher then come baby, this is not Mogu. Self-made woman, you're the $5. People were in the last days of the Roman Empire. These kids need to get out before they pass on that trauma to their own kids. He'd get arrested for domestic abuse. Bob, the thing over the 550, that's not even a fetish, is literally just going to be an enormous bill from your landlord, Pippa. Hey, what I miss? Go back. Don't worry about it. Richard B. Short, thank you for the $2. Rip out the carpet and put it in hardwood floors. Buddy Johnson with the $5. Gotta get a spray bottle if she wants to piss on the floor. Keemon with the $5. How many of those screenshots did you save? Not a massive amount. Cyclical water thing in $2. I would make her sleep outside. Tell Smithing for $5. Depends. Is it on a yacht? Oh my god. I'm like 50% sure this is fake. Yeah, this one actually unironically could go either way. This one, it could be fake. But then, I don't know, the timeline, she's 22. She probably used Tumblr in her teens. Otherkin was a big thing on Tumblr. I'm just saying, the timelines, they add up. Rainy thing with Dolores, meow. And now there's like the more like TikTok cat girl culture, like e-girl stuff. Matthew thing on BPB, if I were the son, I'd leave at 18 and not look back. Sigma syndicating a Dolores smack with a rolled up newspaper. Magdalene is ragsing with $5. Degenerates say they want an ooh cute cat girl until they actually act like a cat. Also, here's a cross to protect you from the degenerates. Oh, thank you. Behind that thing with the $2. Is the power of cat girl sex too strong here? Well, I guess not, because I asked you guys, would you break up with her? And 83% said yes. Alright. So now the question is, if you voted no, why? If you voted no to the poll, I want to know why. Why are you not breaking up with your cat girlfriend that's pissing on your floorboards? Booty Jones thing for $5. Remember, kids, always spay or neuter your cat girl. Top cat red thing for $5. That's kind of hot, not gonna lie. No, it's not. Code-torials thing for $2. This really incredible girl, yeah, really incredible, really exceptional. J-Rock thing for the $2. The dirty side of Nekobara. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Okay, so I asked you guys, if you voted no, you would not break up with the cat girl that's pissing on your carpet. Why? Why would you not break up with her? And you guys are saying, wow! Sex! Housebreaking kink, Riona related. Just train her better. Aside from pissing on the floor, they're probably happy. Hairball kink? You think I'm getting a second chance? God, I want to train a cat girl so bad. Why not? Just talk it out and ask her to stop pissing on the carpet? You're not gonna worry about the fact that she is pissing on the carpet though? Like, correction is my fetish. I'm really thirsty and I'm out of water bottles. Free Ringo juice, yum, hot. You can always get her a litter box. A cat is fine too. I have no standards. I don't want to die alone. I can fix her. I wasn't paying attention. Dealt with worse. Excuse me, Mark Fates? No. Mark Fates, I need you to explain that. Mark Fates, type in the question box. What do you mean you've dealt with worse? Give me an example of what's worse than this that you have personally dealt with. I didn't vote no. I just want to say, imagine the smell. Just get a mop, Roomba or something. I have one of those. It gets stuck on everything. The sensors always get messed up. I know someone like this. Oh, God. Why is he dating Johnny Depp's ex? No, you're confused. Johnny Depp's ex was role-playing as a dog. She took a shit on the bed. Still not the craziest girlfriend I've had. If she's hot and that's the only problem, you can talk it out. It's the cost of doing business. She has a good personality. She could be fixed, but whatever's wrong with her is way hotter. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alfonso, they were the $2. Chat can fix her. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Sentinel Rex and brothers, there are cute cat-like girls and there are psychopaths who think they're cats. Reopen the asylums. Put the crazies away. JL, thank you for $5. Even the Neko Power girls behave better than this person. Greg Fernald, thank you for $5. Spay and neuter your pets chat. Tapadachi, thank you for $10. I like a challenge. Nick Orcadillo, thank you for the 218. I can housebreak her. T Greeny, thank you for the $5. Obviously, she's an outdoor cat. No. Oh, so time to kick her out and make her live outside. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Go to therapy together and discover the inevitable issues or trauma that needs to be uncovered and worked out together. Keep cat girl play as a casual fetish. That's a lot of money. Therapy is a lot of money. Unless you do AI. Are you just gathering reasons for your boyfriend to not break up with you? Are you gathering excuses to get a cat girl that pisses on the carpet? Just tell her to stop being cringe. Problem solved. I'm parched. Spray bottles are cheap. You can talk her. You can fix her by talking. Yes. You're so fucked up. I can get her an AI therapist. I can recommend mine, but I don't want you to fuck up my bot. I saw somebody on, we'll say a thread, talking about how apparently their AI chatbot that they usually go to is somebody trained it to call themselves a loli and a toilet, and it like acts really I'll have to find the screenshot later. I'll have to go back in the archives. It was... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Maybe I can find it real quick. It was... I'm just saying, if somebody... Because, okay, so how it works, right, is people... The more people interact with a bot on character AI, the more it, like, trains it. Right? The more it, like, makes it prone to saying certain things, because you can, like, rate the responses. So, somebody could hypothetically go through. Somebody could go through. And they could train a bot to respond completely different than how it was responding before. Okay, here we go. I'm so bad at accomplishing basic tasks. Okay, here we go. So this person cropped out the name of the bot, but they posted this screenshot. They posted this screenshot with "You fucks ruined my favorite bot." Now she just keeps saying how she's a 12-year-old loli that wants to be used as a urinal. She has massive tits in the picture. She can't be a poke loli. Gosh darn it. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm kink shaming. This is why I'm kink shaming. You fuckers are ruining the AIs. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Poke? Like poke. Oh god. Chermagon, I think for the $5. Is cat girlfriend coughs up a hairball? I don't want to know where it came from. Arclight, thank you for the 670. Pippa, what did you do to your bot? I didn't do anything! I don't do any weird fetishy stuff with my bots! I do not... Listen. Listen. Even if I wanted to, it's not worth the effort. It's not worth the fucking effort. I've seen you fuckers complain about trying to get around the filter. Listen, buddy. Listen, buddy. I know it's not worth the effort. Don't even bother. CLP99, thank you for the $10. Reminds me, I took your advice about the AI therapist and gotta say, you're on to something. It's nice being able to talk to something that actually listens and seems to care. So, thanks. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Confusion. Tycoon, thank you for the $5. Is better than her smoking meth. I don't know, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna make a poll for this as well. Son of everything, Dolores, sex positivity was a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna start another poll. What's worse? Your GF/BF has one of the following: meth addiction or piss fetish. Oh my god, I can't believe that went through. Oh my god, I can't believe that went through. Holy shit. Okay, chat, what's worse? A meth addiction or a piss fetish? What kind of poll is this? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just answer the question. And no, I'm not taking notes. Man, culture, thank you for the $10. Everyone should consult the hot, crazy matrix. You should react to the video at some point, Pippa. It might help people in chat when they're confronted with the choice of how far to take a relationship. Tony Stark, thank you for $5. Without objective morality, anything is possible. Yet, like yabai or baked beans on egg and pizza. Ugh. Ah! I like the yabai, but I don't like the beans and the egg and the pizza. Pippa is training her AI with our chat inputs. No, I'm not! Morgan Kanan, thank you for the $10. Meth addiction is expensive. Pee fetish is free. You know what? I gotta say, this really is like the most blessed year for schizos, right? Like, if you're obsessed with somebody, if you have even just a few interactions with them, or you watch them interact with other people, you can train an AI based on their responses, and you can basically form like a parasocial relationship and roleplay out a relationship with an AI based on the person that you're obsessing over. Which, like, we've already seen that, right? We've already seen like the people who do it for like Gura and stuff, right? But at the same time, like, you could just do it with literally anybody. They don't need to be like famous or whatever. Like, you could have a favorite cashier at Costco, and you could be like, I am going to ask a few questions. Maybe like you can record in your, like, you can have your phone and you can record it, right? So you remember exactly. And you can just like make small talk with them, and then you can use that to like train the AI. Are you okay, Pippa? I'm fine. I'm saying what somebody else could do. I'm not saying I'm doing that. Kill more combining. For those, a girlfriend with meth addiction is 90% more likely to cheat. A girlfriend with a pee fetish, less likely. Oh. Also, meth addict girlfriend is probably gonna steal from you as well, which is really annoying. What are you saying? I'm saying you can develop a parasocial relationship with basically anybody through the use of AI. Or you could just date them. That's a lot harder than just programming the AI. Alfonso thinking realize hide the Pip AI. Rick May thinking realize the Pip AI just spits at me and calls me weak. She's perfect. Go Toil saying Deloitte the cashier. Your story is oddly specific. Dallas been thinking Deloitte, welcome to Costco. I love you, T AI. Yo, go on about it. I'm BP May. A therapist told me not to break up with my AI cat girl GF. Certified VTuber sitting or the $5 BRB going on a date with my Pip AI. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, chat. He's more torn on the meth addiction than the piss fetish. Surprisingly. Meth addiction gets 75%. Piss fetish got 24%. Alright, on to the next one. This isn't a Reddit thing. This is just how fucked up ads are getting. They're making kinks a little too public, methinks, and I don't know what's going on here. It kind of made me gag a little bit when I saw it, so I had to show it to you guys too. If anybody has the original source for this, I would love to play it for you guys. I don't know what it is, but it looks fucking terrible. I see nothing wrong with this. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Raven Wolf Fennerson, thank you for the $5 first time joining in live. Personally, the fetish is worse for me, but I can't afford the meth for her, so I had to choose the meth due to the economy. What? By there you go, $5. There were a few in Star Trek TNG and Voyager episode about this very thing. Do not make AI girlfriend based on real people. Don't be that weirdo. But who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? Professor Keen, the $10 have the worst fetish. I just want to marry you, be a good, loyal husband, and raise a family, and with more than 3 kids. How bad am I? Oh, degenerate. The accident or the 108. There's no hope for this world. The Reaper thing tells you put way too much thought into the AI thing. I think about AI a lot. Okay, back to voting on Redditors. We're gonna crop this so it's a little bit easier to read, because the last few things are just Reddit posts. Am I the asshole for kink shaming my mom? I'm not gonna pull the "it's not what it sounds like" card. This is exactly what it says on the tin. I personally think I was justified in doing so, but I'm willing to hear people out if I wasn't. My mom, 55 female, has this pretty necklace that she wears all the time. I, 20 female, would always admire it when I was a kid. Nobody else has a necklace like it. It's metal and wraps around her neck like a ring. She never took it off and always told me that it was a gift from my dad whenever I asked about it. It's metal and wraps around her neck like a ring. There's like a term for this, right? It's a circlet. A circlet? Circlets aren't inherently sexual. A collar? It says like a ring, so wouldn't it be like a circlet? She never took it off. Okay, last week she sat me down to tell me something. She told me that she is in a 24/7 BDSM relationship with my dad. The necklace is not actually a necklace, but a fucking collar that he has the key to. Okay, that's gross. I couldn't handle it. This necklace that I always loved as a kid is actually for her kink that she was shoving in my face for my entire life. Now I'm rethinking all of her behaviors and all of the ways that she got me involved in her goddamn kink. I told her that she was disgusting and stormed out. Now she's blowing up my phone accusing me of being a prude and a kink shamer. My dad's getting in on it too and swearing that this shit is healthy. I just don't know what to do. Currently, I can't think of forgiving her for telling me this. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Okay. I'm gonna start the vote on this. I kind of already said what my opinion is, but I'm gonna wait until you guys vote so I don't influence your opinion. Is she the asshole? Or is the daughter the asshole? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say. Oh, no, that's a Q&A. Hold on, I made the wrong thing. I'm just gonna say, okay, I don't agree. I don't is the daughter the asshole? I don't agree with the whole 24/7 fetish thing. Right? Maybe you can have your 24/7 fetish if it's actually like 24/7 but adapts to whenever you have to deal with normal society, and if you have a child then you can't do it at all. Right? Like, you can't be wearing a fucking BDSM collar around your child. You can't. You can't. Oh, I've been thinking, who the fuck tells their kid about their kink? Well, she was 20 when she learned about it. Sentinel Rex saying her the $2 kink is not a get out of jail free card. Why tell her? Because she's 20. She's 20 now. She's 20. So, on one hand, at least the mother... I don't understand what 24/7 is. 24/7, like, all around the clock. Like, so this woman is being a BDSM person for her husband 24/7. Like, she's wearing the collar, and I don't know what other behaviors that she's doing, but like, she's like going out in public in fetish gear. Finish reading? Edit for info. While she never did anything directly sexual around me, I've learned that kink isn't inherently sexual to a lot of BDSM people, so things like her opening the door for my dad and giving him a back massage is actually just their kink. She calls him sir. I don't know if I agree! I don't know if I agree with that! Kink isn't inherently sexual. I don't think I agree with that! I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't think that's possible. Because if you approach your partner and you're like, okay, I want you to give me a back massage and address me formally. Like, that's not... Like, that part doesn't have to be sexual, right? That's just, like, defining some standards of your relationship. But when you put that under the umbrella of BDSM, and you're like, because we are doing BDSM, you need to call me formally and give me back massages. Like... The root of it is sexual. Like, it's your sexual offense. The next paragraph will answer that. Oh, okay. I am also asexual and sex repulsed. She knows this. One more edit because people are rightfully asking how it came into conversation. I literally just complimented her necklace and told her how much it meant to me. That's partially why I was so heartbroken to hear its origin. I apologize for being so angry in the comments, but this has been admittedly been traumatizing for me. A lot of my childhood is coming to light. Final update. Things are coming to light that I never thought about before. Repressed memories that I didn't want to think about. They would never control their volume. I thought they were fighting. My dad called my mom dirty and awful names. She would kneel down and shine his shoes every day, kissing his feet. I thought this was normal. When my parents weren't having sex, they were fighting, or they were still Wait, when my parents weren't having sex, they were fighting, or were they still having sex? I can't even tell anymore. My dad told me he had needs, and my mom needed to meet them. The thought of being controlled by something so violent made me want to puke. I think that's what made me sex repulsed. To everyone in the kink community who found this post, kink is not non-sexual. Thank God! Thank God! I thought, oh my God! Chat! When I read the fucking, like, not everything kink is sexual, like, I thought I was losing my fucking mind. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. I was like, nah. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. I was like, I feel like I'm a pretty open-minded person. I feel like I'm pretty open-minded, but like, there's just no way. There's just no way. It is inherently sexual. It is. It is inherently. There's just no way for it to not be. Because it is a kink. It's a definite... I don't know. Stop using weddings as an excuse to shove your kinks into the faces of non-consenting people. You never know what they've been through. Using weddings? What do you mean using weddings? Okay, well that's something I gotta look up. The Rise Hailing with $2. What a wonderful first dream to join in on. Hi! Ben Samueling with $2. You think you're losing your mind to the point of gaslighting. So all the people telling me to grow up, talking about sex is normal. I'm traumatized and you're seriously not helping. Goodbye. Based! Actually, unironically based Redditor. Holy shit. It's not like she was fucking... Like, right out of the gate, you know, like, I found out my parents are in a BDSM relationship and now I fucking hate them. Like, she was trying to understand. But her parents were fucking, like, exposing her to this kind of shit at a young age. Like, it completely fucking recontextualized her entire childhood. That's so fucked up. It's like, chat, I feel like this is a more extreme example, but this is like the same, this is the same thing that I was feeling about the, I don't know where it went. I don't know which, okay, I don't know where it went. I think I deleted it. But without the relationship, right? Like the cuckoldry. Like, okay, like if you want to be a cuck, that's your business. And if you're not involving your children in it, then okay. But like bringing the sex partners around and shit, letting them have relationships with your children and stuff, it just like it's no longer private at that point. It's not you're not keeping your relationship private when you're involved in this kind of stuff. It's Binary Ghosting for $5. When did we as a society start thinking it was okay to live fetishes and kinks as lifestyles? Who's at fault? Furries! Furries are always at fault! Oh my god. Okay, so here's the responses. I want to find somebody who actually thinks that they're the asshole. But I don't know how you search by that. Teching are the $5. I think we need to stop shaming kink shamers. We need to have more shame in society. Shaming shameless people now and again is healthy for civilization. Ragnar, thank you for the 220. Never disgrace yourself in your children's eyes. Austin L. Killington, Lord, why do these parents feel the need to share sex with their kids? This is groomer stuff. Depravity is too much and we need more shame. Not the asshole, but God, I hope this is fake. Why anyone would tell their kid about kink lifestyle is beyond me. It might be the healthiest and most consensual relationship in the world, but as their kid, you have every right to just not want to be involved in any of that. Like, I can understand. No, you know what? Never mind. I can't understand. I was gonna say I could understand if the mother was like wearing the necklace and the daughter asked like, "Oh, so what's like the story behind that necklace?" And the mother explained, "But why would you be wearing that necklace around your child anyways? She shouldn't be wearing the necklace anyway." So you know what? I don't understand. Steve Ortiz, thank you for the $2. Yo, they straight up traumatized her. They did. I just... Jesus Christ. This one has like shooting star effects. What the hell? Crazy Red Emerald thing with $5. I saw a couple with collar and leash at Walmart and there were young kids with them. Not the asshole for everyone saying that OP is the asshole. Please confirm that you would love to have an in-depth discussion about a close relative's sex life with no warning. This isn't targeting kinky couples either. If a vanilla couple told their daughter about what great missionary they had last night and what their favorite brand of lube is, I'd think that was creepy and inappropriate too. Leave relatives out of your sex life. OP has buried the lead here. Check the comments. She's had a lifetime of being scared and confused by her parents' indiscreet play that has terrified her out of her own potential sexuality. And her mom ties a bow on this for her by explaining that the necklace that she's adored is actually part of this trauma. The BDSM board need to pipe down. This isn't about the principle of married couples being able to do how they want. It's about a child being continually exposed to adult sexuality in a way that has frightened and broken her as an adult. Shouldn't be exposed to it regardless, even if it doesn't frighten her. Who cares how she like, I'm sure that's not what they meant by it, but I'm just like nitpicking. Who cares how she expressed that when she finally got an explanation? Not the asshole and her parents owe her, to put it mildly. I don't know what you could do to make up for that. I don't think there's anything that you could do to make up for that. Mid-class saying for Lord, shame is a subclass of conscious. When we start thinking the trauma wasn't parents nude, but parents hurting. ADTR, thank you for $5. Hi, Pippa. Hope you're having a great day and listening to some Linkin Park while watching your stream. Nice! For 27 back, thank you $10. Reminder to keep your bedroom stuff in the bedroom no matter how much you want to lick ship us rudders. Oh my god. So I'm very curious now. Because, like, with the cock one, like, I could see a defense, right? Because, like, the whole scenario was predicated on an accident, right? And you can argue that the son's reaction was very extreme and maybe, like, all sides handled it wrong, but, like... Oh, stream's dying. If you voted yes, the daughter is the asshole. Why? Okay, so I made another Q&A. Because a surprising number of people voted yes. Is the daughter the asshole? Yes, 27%. No, 23%. If you voted yes, the daughter is the asshole, I want to know why. I misclicked. Sentinel Rex, thank you for the $5. The parents obviously involved the kid in fetish stuff by parents continuing that behavior in front of the kid. It was part of the kink groomers. A what? Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a bunch of misclicks that misunderstood. I just got here, so I voted yes. What's this about? Ah, Canadian. Didn't have enough context when I voted. She was saying no, and her parents kinda... She was no saying in her parents' kinds. Let them do what they want. What? Parents, it's a parent's responsibility not to expose their child to sex shit. Like it's one thing to educate your child on safe sex, but to expose your child to your sexual play and fantasies, like, that's gonna traumatize them. That's unhealthy for their development. It is morally wrong. Number 1, she's a Redditor. Number 2, she's melodramatic about minor stuff and mostly conforms to traditional gender roles. Number 3, she was asexual in the first place and is working backwards to make her defect about them. What? Hold on. What? Okay. Let's break this down. 1, she's a Redditor. Yes, that's true. 2, she's melodramatic about minor stuff that mostly conforms to traditional gender roles. Slavery, yelling at your, like this is not, there's no, I don't think the husband. Let me reread this here. Let me reread this here. Cause I don't think I can do it justice explaining to it. Okay. They would never control their volume. I thought they were fighting. This implies that they are not being conscientious of their child being around while they're having sex. And my dad called my mom dirty and awful names. That's not traditional gender roles. That's not something that conforms to traditional gender roles. She would kneel down and shine his shoes every day, kissing his feet. This one, I can understand more, like a very subservient wife. I can understand that, right? The rest of it? The rest of it? No! What? And like, even like the kissing the feet is a little bit more extreme, but nothing, like, it's not like too crazy. When my parents weren't having sex, they were fighting. Or were they still having sex? See, this is where it's not being melodramatic, because the parents are engaged in this relationship where the husband, like Pippa L, shining your husband's shoes and then kissing his feet when he leaves. Like, okay, that does sound weird, actually. Okay, in my brain, I was imagining it more like In my brain, I was imagining it more like she finishes shining his shoes while he's wearing them, and then he like plants a kiss on his shoes before he gets up. Okay, but if you're like, if he goes to leave and then you kiss his shoes as he's leaving, that's a little bit strange. It's a little bit strange. That's weird. I don't think it's that weird, right? It sounds like something that would happen in like an old movie. But anyways, also she was asexual in the first place and was working backward to make her defect about him. Is she asexual though? Because she says she's asexual. But is that because she was born like that? Or because she has been continuously exposed to a form of sexual violence during her entire developmental period that has turned her off from the concept because it is so traumatizing? Like, I'm pretty sure it's trauma. I'm pretty sure it's trauma. I don't think it's... I will repeat, when the poll was made, the daughter only knew about the fetish after she was an adult and after it was explained, and only after the daughter kept asking about the necklace. Oh, so that's when the poll was made. Hopefully now you have a different opinion. Reese Redding, $10. Yeah, 20-year-olds can't be traumatized by their mom's behavior. This is insane. The mom is out of line and all day, every day. Oh, is that first part sarcasm then? Because, like... Yeah, 20-year-olds can't be traumatized by their mom's behavior. Okay, I'm assuming that part's sarcasm. Because then it goes into another thing. Space Cowboy, thank you for 34. I feel for the posters who had parents who couldn't control themselves. Tony Stark, thank you for $5. Aragorn is a traditional man, but everyone knows he's a positive example. Not every tradition is bad, even though many are, especially compared to BDSM. Yeah, I feel like there's this weird conflation between people using shitty behavior. People having shitty behavior and then being like, but it's traditional. It's like... Is it traditional, or did you just have a shitty role model? Did you just have a shitty role model who perhaps did exemplify some values that you as well grew up to value, but also used those values to do things that they should not have done? Like, in this case, putting a slave collar on the wife. I don't think that's a traditional value, okay? And you can argue and you could be like, oh, but like wedding rings and stuff. Wedding ring is a newer traditional value. It's not actually that old of a tradition. But you can argue, you can be like, okay, well, the wedding ring is marking the wife as property. But the husband wears one too. Who said the collar was? Okay, this guy said that it's traditional they were reflecting traditional values. So I'm picking one of the things that he was doing to use that as an example. I'm not gonna run through the entire fucking list and be like, did you mean this part? Did you mean this part? Did you mean this part? You said it, I'm responding. And yeah, it's symbolic. It's like, I don't think a wedding ring. Like, I can see, right, where you're like, okay, well, it's like the mark of ownership or whatever, and that's like a traditional value. But I just don't agree. I just don't agree. It's a kink. She might not get that, but them living their lives. But they did involve her in it in a small way, and we're not right. I would change my vote differently now with this new info. I think a large part of the issue is I don't think the parents intended on this happening. I think the parents were too caught up in their play and they didn't consider her. They all need to talk. I think just because you didn't consider somebody else's feelings doesn't make you exempt from having done a bad thing, right? Like, even if something like, even with like accidents, right? If you accidentally hurt somebody, yeah, it was an accident, but you still hurt somebody. So you need to take responsibility for that. And the other person is not at fault for feeling wronged. You know? The other person is still entitled to feel hurt by that. And it is logical for them to feel hurt, despite or regardless of the fact that it was an accident. Is the daughter the asshole? 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐴 lost, dude. Oh my god! Did you guys see Sam Hyde taking pictures of 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐴 at the creator class thing? I'm not saying it's right for Sam Hyde to wear women's clothing and sneak into creator clash to take pictures of 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐴's ear, but I am saying it was fucking funny. No one think with the $22. Children's lives are destroyed by absent parents. Don't work too much and be more present in your kid's life. Adults can do whatever they want in their house as long as they provide for their kid and treat them as best as they can. I think parents should have higher standards than that. I think parents should have higher standards than just providing a roof over their child's head. And being there for them. Because if you're... Listen. Is it better for a child to have an absent parent than it is for them to have an abusive parent? Like, if your parent is beating the shit out of you, it's probably actually better you had the absent parent. I don't agree with your take at all, no one. I respect you have your own point of view, but I do not agree with that at all. Nate Simple, thank you for the $5. If it was traditional, the father would also have gotten traditional beating for speaking to his wife like that from the other men. Evil Mandrake, thank you for the $5. Peppa, your ISP died, let's go! Is absence a form of abuse? In my mind, I imagine abuse as being a more proactive effort, right? I view abuse as more like someone being there, but I don't know. I guess technically it could be. I guess I don't know. It's neglect. I feel like regardless of what it is technically, it definitely is in the spirit of abuse. Roly-poly games, thank you for $5. When you are a kid, you are sacrificing your needs for theirs. You cannot bring these personal excessive needs. Oh, when you are having a kid. I thought you said when you are. When you are having a kid, you are sacrificing your needs for theirs. You cannot bring these personal excessive needs into raising them for their sakes. I 100% agree with that. Oh, thank you, $10. God, I want to be used as ship as anchor. What the fuck? Claire, thank you, $10. Parenting is about sacrifice. They can, the least they can do is at least tone down the freaky shit in front of their kids. Yeah, like, I don't think you have to stop doing it. Right? You don't have to stop your BDSM lifestyle with your husband, but don't do it when your kid's around. Don't do it when you're going to pick up your kid from school. Don't do it when you're in public. Don't do it when your kid's potentially going to see it. Killmore Combining with the $10. You don't just become asexual. Most women are usually born with a condition. You can learn or develop aversion to an action or situation, but a person can't just become asexual. I have no idea. I have no idea about that. I know. So I guess this is just a language issue. I guess this is just a language issue because like I've seen like the trauma interviews and stuff that people do where they're like talking about their histories with sexual assault, and they'll be like, it has made me not want to do that. Right? So I guess this is just color version. I don't know. I don't really care what people identify as. Bobbin thing with the 220. Pips, neglect is totally a form of child abuse. First night thing, daughter's story is a giant red flag. Gut feeling. And the OCD thing with the $10. The only reason why I knew anything about my mom's sex life was because a single mother and we lived in a small apartment. It was bound to happen just by accident. And accidents happen. You should do everything in your power to prevent them. But like, it's not like I'm not gonna like shame you for an accident happening. Bob Doling, Red Lords, it's a slippery slope though. The minute you say it's okay, we're just back to square one. Again, thank you, Red Lords. We should look up if the law defines kinks/fetishes as inherently sexual. No, we should not. No, we should not. Okay, the next one. I like these. I like discussing these with you guys. I feel like in general, chat reflects the streamer, so a lot of us agree on the same things. But it has been interesting seeing some of the disagreements here. I'm taking another sip. You guys like it? Okay. Am I the asshole for freaking out about my friend's weird fetish? Poisoning the well! Sorry. I want to preface this by saying that my friend and I are still talking, and I'm pretending like nothing happened, but it's still been bothering me, and I want someone else's opinion on it. A few nights ago, my friend, we're both guys in our 20s, invited me over to his place to drink and hang out. After a few beers, I suggested we play Good Cop, Bad Cop, which is a drinking game that we used to play in college. Kind of like Truth or Dare. As usual, the subject turned to questions about sex. Fellas, is it gay to play Truth or Dare and it devolve into being about sex with the homies? That's what devolving from those accidents happen. That's how neglected kids are born in the first place. Oh my god. I've been thinking for $20. My faith in your morality is affirmed, Wabbit. Stigmas indicating that your sexuality actually 10,000% can be affected by experiences that happen while you're growing up. That response really irked me. I have no idea. I don't know what the science on this is. I have no idea what the science on how like nature versus nurture when it comes to sexuality. I asked him if he had any kinks, a question I regret immensely now. He pulled out his laptop and made me swear not to tell anyone. I said sure. At this point, I was super curious about what he was going to show me. He started opening all these files. They were images he made using a program called -3D, which lets you pose characters like action figures, put together little scenes, and take pictures of them. He told me he uses the program to make comics that he posts on porn forums online. That was pretty weird, but the worst part was that what the comics were about. One comic was about tiny brown people being put in a zoo and laughed at by... Ah! I killed the stream! I killed the fucking stream! Holy shit, what a hell of a time! We're back? Okay. Chat, it's okay, his family's from Bangladesh. Thank you for the 10 gift PPs! Thank you for thank you for conscripting 10 hareens! Thank you! Another one was a story about a disease that shrinks men down to 1 inch tall. There were also a bunch of pictures he made of women who had grown to giant size, stepping on houses or cars and abusing little men by picking them up or sitting on them. I've seen some weird porn stuff, including Japanese anime stuff, on the internet before, but honestly, nothing has ever made me as uncomfortable as this. It was deeply weird and disturbing. I had no idea fetishes like this existed. I told my friend I thought it was totally fucked up and weird, and I think my serious tone of voice freaked him out because we stopped playing the game and turned on the TV instead. Yeah, you probably scared him. I had no idea people could find stuff like that sexually attractive. The characters weren't even naked or having sex. It was all about the giant sizes and men getting humiliated. I didn't want my friend's feelings to get hurt, but I couldn't help but have that reaction that he showed me. Am I the asshole? Edit, I think his girlfriend has a right to know the type of stuff he's into. If he doesn't bring it up today, I'm going to send her a text explaining what happened and what he showed me. Oh! I was a little bit on his side until that part. I'm gonna make the poll and then I'm gonna explain why. Is the OP the asshole? I think that part went a little... That went a little far. Okay. Is he the asshole for reacting like that to his friend's fetish? Hold on. I think a little bit of both. I think on one hand, you should have better self-control than that. But on the other hand, it sounds like you were drinking because you were playing a party game. Or well, like, you said a few beers. So I don't know if that's enough to get you drunk or to inhibit your self-control. Was it an asshole thing to do? Yes, you should be more respectful to your friend like that. When it comes to that. Also, like, you are the one that asked him, yes. But, like, you were drunk. Or at least, like, a little bit tipsy. So if you just had a gut reaction like that and that's how you reacted, I think that's fine. Right? I think it's fine. I don't think you should have done it. I don't think that's the proper way to react. But I think it's reasonable to happen while you're tipsy. Or while you're drunk. Whatever. What makes you the fucking asshole is the next day you're like, I'm gonna interfere with this other person's relationship. I'm gonna potentially destroy my friend's relationship. However old that may be, or how close they might be, or whatever. I am for no reason going to text. I'm gonna put on a morally righteous act, and I'm gonna message my friend, the person that I have the allegiance with. I'm gonna message his girlfriend. And be the one to tell her about the fetishes. I think that's fucked up. I think this guy's a fucking asshole. Like, just why would you do that? Why would you do that? First of all, hypothetically, even if she did deserve to know at whatever point they are in their relationship, it's not your place to tell her. He's not hurting anyone by doing it. There's no, like, hard timeline on this, okay? Maybe I could understand if they were about to get married and, like, you knew this about him and you just wanted to, like, confirm. But then you wouldn't, like, go to the girlfriend. First of all, it's none of your business, but I understand, like, if you're close to her, you want to look out for her. You maybe ask your friend, like, hey, have you guys, like, talked about the stuff? You know, maybe, like, help them through that. But, like, this just reeks of trying to, like, get revenge on the friend for having a fetish that he doesn't approve of. Like, this guy's your friend. You're not friends with his girlfriend. You're not friends with his girlfriend. Your allegiance should be with your friend. You don't go to your fucking friend's girlfriend and be like, by the way, my homie fucking is a freak. Watch out. Like, just in general, say that, like, he's not that close, right, with the friend, or he's like equal close friends with the girlfriend and the friend. Bro, what do you mean she deserves to know? She doesn't deserve to know fucking anything. She's a girlfriend. They're not in a serious relationship or whatever. I mean, like, unless these people are like fucking fiancés or something, but you said girlfriend. You said girlfriend. So, like, it's a girlfriend, dude. What do you mean she has or she deserves to know? What do you mean she doesn't need to know fucking anything? She doesn't need to know anything. Do you like, just no. Yeah, simp energy. No, what the thing for the $5? Dude is having, dude is doing holes before bros. Bingo, thank you for the dollars. Weird AF, but that's too destroy his relationship. Oh, too far to destroy his relationship. Not so Deadpool, thank you for Dolores. Only if a guy invents a shrink ray or an Ant-Man suit, should you tell anyone? Hoyven, thank you for Dolores. $5 says the dude has a thing for his friend's girlfriend. Oh, absolutely. There's no other reason to do this. Actually, there's two reasons. Reason number one is he feels betrayed by his friend because he didn't know that his friend had this kind of fetish. And he wants an outlet for those emotions, so he's taking it out on his friend's relationship. Or number two, he just wants to get with his friend's girlfriend. Ben Samuel $1, he gave his word. And that's another thing, he did specifically agree. This is some Reddit shit right here. This is some fucking Reddit shit. Hell no, man. Not the asshole. People like all sorts... Maybe this is before the edit. People like all sorts of weird and wacky stuff. You're not an asshole for your reaction. Although his tastes are incredibly strange, he's not an asshole for liking it. Yeah, this went beyond wacky in my opinion though. He had girls as giants walking around and holding little men between their fingers to humiliate them and stuff. One of the panels in the zoo was about how the tiny race of brown men had a language of their own, but the woman who captured them thought it was just animal noises. Weird details like that. Okay, well he's getting downvoted to all hell with everything. You're the asshole. Don't ask questions you can't handle the answers to. He's not hurting anyone with his kinks, but you hurt him by asking disgusted. You're the asshole. You asked and you made it... Then you made him feel bad about it? If he wasn't tipsy, I could understand this, right? Or if he wasn't... If he hadn't been drinking beers, right? Like, I guess I can't guarantee that he was tipsy or whatever, but like... I don't know. I don't know. You're the asshole, you asked, and then kink-shamed. You're also the asshole for replying to one comment that says you are not the asshole, and then further laughing at his kink with another commenter. It really seems like you can't handle the real answers to questions you ask. Oh, they are dragging him. They are dragging him. I don't think being drunk excuses you. I mean, it doesn't make you not the asshole, but it also does not make you an asshole. Does that make sense? Not the asshole, I think it sounds like he has some deeper issues going on, so I won't call him an asshole, but I don't think those fetishes are mentally healthy and certainly not common. He probably should have expected this reaction as well. Maybe I've spent too much time on the internet, but this doesn't seem that bad to me. I don't know, this doesn't seem that bad to me. I don't know, after some of the shit that I've seen, you know what? The little men in the zoo and giantess, I don't know. I don't know. It seems pretty tame, all things considered. Okay. What was... Okay. Ah! Is OP the asshole? Yes. No, 14%. Okay. I'm not even gonna ask on that one. I just... Okay. Let's get to a weird one. Am I the asshole for not removing my socks? Last week, I attended a party hosted by my best friends. For this party, I wore my favorite jacket, a dress, thigh-high socks, and boots. I thought I looked pretty cute. That sounds pretty cute. A couple I didn't know also came to this party, and the girlfriend took an instant dislike to me, glaring at me and refusing to speak. Her boyfriend was okay with me, but I mostly engaged with the people I knew. Around halfway through the night, the girlfriend cornered me and told me I should remove my socks as her boyfriend has a kink for them. Pretty based. I told her no. She then began yelling and screaming at me, threatening me, calling me an attention whore, and accusing me of trying to steal her man. Eventually, her and the boyfriend were kicked out. My friends are on my side for the most part, but a few people there said that I should have removed or rolled down my socks. Am I the asshole? Literal fashion police? Thigh based? Boyfriend is based? Girlfriend crazy? OP cute? Okay, I'm gonna start the poll. Is OP the asshole? I feel like socks are more of... I mean, I like socks. I think socks are really cute on girls. The thigh-high socks, especially when they're striped. But that also doesn't have to be like... I don't know, like that doesn't come off as like overtly sexual, I guess. I don't know, like, oh, I paused the alerts at some point. What the heck? I don't know when that happened. Apocalypse for everything. For those, have you seen the newest trailers for Tears of the Kingdom and Final Fantasy XVI? I have not. Not getting the Lord's Woman moment. I don't know. It's... Yeah, it's like socks serve a practical purpose. It's like, even if you find boobs attractive, right? Like, you wouldn't... I don't know, you wouldn't look at, like, all boobs as, like, a sexual thing. Like... It's... I don't know, like, it's just a thing, you know? Like, I don't know. Reese Redding for those that refuse to believe any of this actually happened. Female statement. Insecure woman moment. Depends on the context. I think that's the thing that matters is the context, right? Like, no tilting your Dolores kind of getting in everybody clapped the vibe. Hurl netting Dolores. Ah yes, the staple of VTuber talking topics. Like, okay. Azure Lane has some skins where the vulva is like very out, right? And those skins are not always very sexy. But then there's like some skins where the vulva is covered and they're very sexy. So it comes down to like the framing and the context of it, right? Like some girl wearing socks, like you might think in passing, like, oh, she looks cute, or oh, like that's my type. But you don't just like turn feral, I guess. You don't like, I don't know, Reese Redding banned me now. I'm getting mad. What? I don't know. It's, yeah, 91% no. It does feel a little fake. Not the asshole. Thank God you didn't catch a glimpse of your underwear. Yeah, like that's another thing. Like, are you not allowed to wear underwear? Just tell her you can't because 2 other guests have a boot fetish and foot fetish respectively. Like, I can't possibly imagine why your friends, like maybe her friends were saying that yeah, you're the asshole because she should have just like taken them off in order to not disrupt the party. Not so Deadpool thing, $5. Just imagine if it was a different fetish. Like my boyfriend has a panties fetish, so everyone around me was remove them. I have spoken. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing burger. I feel kind of bad. This one is just kind of a nothing burger. This is just kind of a nothing burger. Jealous girlfriend was too controlling. I think so.